What is going on, folks? I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. So this is going to be a quick run. I was actually going to break this down and show all the different stuff with Grendel. Not gonna. I'm going to show you the build. It's actually a lesser build than what I did last time because the other Grendel build that I have is actually 2 Umbra Forma. And yes, you could still very much do 2 Umbra Forma and get exactly what you want out of this fucking frame, which is range. A little bit of ability strength, whole bunch of health, energy, range. That's what you want out of Grendel. Because, like, his giant shitball ability is still dumb, but it's usable if you want to. I like using Thermal Sunder on him because it's a good fucking time to heat proc the fuck out of everything and then toxin and viral proc stuff. It's a good time. Personally, for armor stripping, I just use this at 141% couple, it's 105% armor reduction. So it's just like, you don't need the shitball ability unless you're just trying to do meme stuff. Nourish does what it does. Feast is basically, here, let me eat a motherfucker. Have a nice day. It's a good time. If you're going to do it, honestly, to get yourself that more range, Cunning Drift up top. The only place to really forma this motherfucker to do that is to do another Umbra Forma, which I just didn't feel like doing because 235% for Regurgitate is absolutely fucking stupid. Because it just basically destroys a fucking hallway of enemies, and the range on the radius for Nourish is absolutely dumb. Okay, the explosive radius is absolutely dumb. It's just a good fucking time. I mean, hell, the range on him eating people is almost 60 fucking meters, for Christ's sake. 235% is more than enough. If you want to go higher, be my guest. But this is 2 whole forma. Yeah, 2 whole forma. You do you. Grendel really hasn't changed all that much, and to show you that he hasn't changed all that much, which is kind of disappointing in a sense, is that Grendel Prime compared to Grendel, he got 30 more armor, he got 25 more energy, he got the same amount of health, same sprint speed, same shields. They literally gave the motherfucker some armor, not even a lot of armor, just 30, and then they gave him 25 more energy. That's the only difference between Grendel and Grendel Prime. Aside from, I do think Grendel Prime actually looks way fucking better. He looks like a really pissed off multi-horned rhinoceros or a dinosaur or some shit. Looks cool. I dig it. Now the Zylok Prime. First of all, let's cover the obvious here. Zylok Prime to the Zylok comparison. Okay, 12% more critical chance, 0.4% more critical multiplier, 10% more status, or I'm not 12%, 4% more critical chance, 0.4% more critical multiplier, 10% more status, more impact, more puncture, and a bunch more slash, giving you more base damage. And it got 4 more in the magazine size, which is nice. So you can see the differences right there, okay? In the grand scheme of things, I still think that this thing is not operating with its incarnate form as it should. It's like, it's not hitting multi-shot not great. Now, granted, you're going to see I've got a riven on this bitch, and it's, critical chance. And obviously the numbers look completely fucking different because of the new rework of the mods, but it's got critical chance, it's got damage to Grenier, and it's got multi-shot. So it's doing its thing. But you figure I've got multi-shot here, I've got multi-shot here, I've got multi-shot here, and it is just not hitting hard. Like, at all. So, and with it now being slash heavy, like really slash heavy, I just went ahead and bypassed any thought of using hemorrhage at all and just stuck with my anemic agility build that I did with the Zylok Incarnate, the original Zylok Incarnate, and that's that. It's still functioning. It's hitting a little harder, but the Riven is taking a little bit of a hit because it's a Riven Disposition 1 right now, or 8.5. So it's not going to be hitting as hard as the regular Zylok was initially, but it'll get there. Because it just doesn't seem to like it's going to be that super popular of a weapon. Now the Masseter, I don't even believe I still have the Masseter, which I do not. So the Masseter did get an increase, okay? Like, It's nothing of wonder and amazement. It's still a big heavy blade. I formed over the stance, and thank God it just took a regular old forma. I don't know why that's a thing. Might have been in the patch notes for the update. Have no clue. But I did Tempo Royale because personally I like the swinging style of Tempo Royale over, I think it's Rending Crane? Yeah, Rending Crane. I think Rending Crane is just a big, goofy stance, and it's a matter eye stance from the get, which I just don't like. Cleaving Whirlwind is an absolute fucking joke. Stay the fuck away from that motherfucker if you value your frame having stability. I'm just going to be 100% upfront about this. This thing, I put one forma in it for the stance, didn't feel like doing another. Truth be told, with Blood Rush on here and then putting Carnus Mandible on here, plus a couple of 60/60s, this thing stats out at 100.8% as you see, but because of Sacrificial Steel, you're still up in the range of 83.2% critical chance, coupled with Blood Rush and Gladiator Might, still giving you that combo buff. This isn't terrible. With Carnus Mandible on there, Slash is now your highest physical damage proc. Obviously, Viral is your highest proc overall, but Slash is your second highest damage, which means it's got a much higher likelihood of hitting over the impact. And with that being said, that actually makes this thing do some fucking damage. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Like, it's not terrible. But is there a need to go through and run through the steel path with a mediocre fucking heavy weapon? A weapon that we've already seen that just got a minor buff, but is still kind of bugged out, and a frame that literally got almost no realistic buffs whatsoever? Not really, no. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, no, not really. He works. Grendel works just fine. He is in a really good place, in my opinion. The Zylok, not so much. The Masseter is the Masseter. It does work. Especially lower level steel path, higher level stuff, I wouldn't even consider it. But I mean, it's on you. I think Grendel Prime is good. I really wish they would have buffed his stats more. I wish they would have given him more health, more armor, more energy than what they did. I think that was really shallow. Hell, I think they should have actually given him more shields. I know that's not that Grendel life, but it's just more of the give him a little bit more of a buffer before your health starts taking a hit and you got to start having concerns of Nourish kicking in and all that. So, but in the grand scheme, he's in a good spot. He's in a really, really good spot. So yeah, I mean, but you guys do you with it, man. I mean, yeah, in my opinion, Grendel Prime is a great frame. He's an absolute banger of a frame. But in the realm of reworks, the previous video, Hydroid, actually, I had never thought... I used to think Hydroid and Grendel were the two worst frames in this game, and their two reworks that they've done so far have been fucking phenomenal. If they can touch on a few more frames and do this kind of shit with them, holy Jesus Christ, this game is going to be banging away. But on that note, folks, I do want to thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?